team always wins the league. We always get told it. Well, if somebody wins it this year on goal difference or by 1 point, are we saying that they're the best team? Like, who are the best team? It doesn't. I don't necessarily think the best team are going to win it this year. It might.
Who do you think the best team are?
I think the best team are Manchester City, but I don't. You know, they
performance-wise.
I just think they're the best team.
Do you mean the best team to watch?
To watch, or the best team because they just got the players and everything in performance? Are you saying that?
Well, I think the most exciting team to watch are probably Liverpool, but I think the best team. I mean, they've proven it for years and years now. I think it's Manchester City. But it's not necessarily going to be the best team that will win the league. It might be Arsenal. It might be Lou. It might
be Arsenal. I've never heard this before. I've never heard a team that would win the league isn't the best team in the league that year. Ever. I've never... And I know he even says it. He goes, that's what we always think. 130 years, and we're now changing what winning the league means.
Go on, Dan.
No, this guy, man. I mean, like, look, this is the thing with Michael Owen. In the times I don't listen to him often because I think he's a wally, if I'm honest. But when you do actually listen to the stuff that he sort of says, you understand what he's trying to say, but he's so terrible at saying it that he can't believe he's actually still got a job somewhere, right? What I think he's trying to say is, I think he's trying to say, we all know Manchester City and what they do. And if Liverpool and Arsenal were to win it, you'd probably say, if you added up their players, they're probably not as good as Manchester City, but they've won it. What they then need to say is actually they deserve to win it. Because whoever wins the league deserves to win it. They don't win it by luck. Don't look at it and go, wasn't even that good of a side. Now, I brought something up last night on this, on my channel with LB and the lads, and I said about Liverpool, if they actually do win it, I will look at that Liverpool side and go, do you know what? Fair play to them. But I've seen better Liverpool sides that haven't won stuff. So I think that's what he's trying to say. But my God, he's put it really badly. And let me tell you some of the other things this guy said, because I've got them up here. It's a good run. It's a poor run, if you know what I mean. Footballers these days often use their feet. This guy looks like a footballer. What a shot that is. Completely unstoppable. Keeper does need to do better for me, though. He's elbowed him in the head, this lad, but there's nothing in it for me. That would have been a goal if it had gone inside the post. Whichever team scores more goals usually wins the game. Fantastic penalty, that, but he'll be gutted that it went wide. It's hit the facial part of his head there. Do you mean his face? What a shot. Completely unstoppable. Keeper's got to do better for me. When they don't score, they hardly ever win. And then my favourite one, where is it? This shot is impossible to do. I saw Yaya Toure do it once. Just a few there from this guy who is a clown, who is a wally. The guy is an absolute buffoon. I cannot believe he's still being given a spot to talk. And you could see as soon as people question him, he's thinking, "What have I said here? What have I doing?" Right, he's scratching his head, going, "So what do you mean then? What's?" You can see he's struggling with it. It's just absolutely mad to me.
I know. I agree with you, Dan. I kind of get what he's saying, but he's just absolutely butchered it. And yeah, at the end of the day, whoever wins the league is the best team in the league. That's why we never say about the Champions League. That no one ever says if you win the Champions League, like you are the best team in Europe, like definitely 100%. Like obviously you'll use that terminology to a certain degree if you win the Champions League, but like people can still argue and say, well, actually no, like there's other teams that are better. You know what I mean? So, but with the league in a 38 game shootout, like the best team wins it. That's just how it works.
Facts. Yeah, it's my view on it is I've seen a lot of Liverpool people though in the last few days that have come on the show. So Paddy did it last night on Top Six, and I think Michael Owen's doing it a little bit, and Carragher's kind of alluded to it. They are really worried about Arsenal winning it. There is a fear there of Arsenal winning it because, and I get it by the way, because I did it at the beginning of the show. I worry about my team's legacy. So that dictates who I want to win things far more than anything else. And they are genuinely worried. So they made this point, Liverpool fans on the show last night, that what Klopp's done is amazing because he's beaten a cheating, financially doping superpower to a league title. He's missed out narrowly a couple of times, and he's beating them to a title. That's how amazing this Klopp team is. So we threw out, well, imagine Arteta wins the league then. He's beaten that same cheating superpower, in your words, and your amazing Klopp. Does it not make his achievement even better? And you see the cogs going in the head. There is a Liverpool approach. So I think that Michael Owen has tried to do the thing, which is Arsenal will be the best team this season, but I still think City are a better team overall. And I don't think that's an unfair statement.
No, exactly that. Yeah.
But I think what he's doing it is under that veil of, even if Arsenal win it, it's more so because the better teams had poor seasons to try and discredit it, because this guy, ever since he won that league title with Man United, he has been trying to suck off the Liverpool fan base to get back in with them the whole goddamn time. And I just laughed my head off when I saw it. I just thought to myself, how can we undo 130 plus years of history and just say suddenly that, I mean, because you could just apply that logic whenever you want and say, well, City are winning everything now, but Barca are not as good as they used to be, and this team isn't there. So I'm just going to say City are winning it, but not really the best, because the best teams just got old. I mean, how far do you stretch that logic? It's crazy to me. Absolutely
what
crazy.
What's mad, though, Tell, right, is why we rattle people so much. I just don't get it, man.
Yeah, but they also
I just
rattle
don't
you.
get it, man.
It's a two-way street, Dan. It's a two-way street.
What do you mean?
They rattle you.
Who do?
Just
The media?
people. Yeah, the media, like people who, like, you say you rattle them, they also rattle you. It is a two-way street.
But the thing is, LB, what I don't get, because you're right, people rattle each other, but I understand why people. So I can't understand why Arsenal rattle everybody. I would if we were like Man United of the 90s, winning everything. You know, we're a club that haven't won a Premier League title for 20 years, you know. We don't win everything. So why the hell are people getting so rattled? Just let us do what we want. Because apparently we're no good. We're not got everything. Anytime someone's mentioned he's better than Saka, I've had that 4 or 5 times this year already. I can't believe it.
Because Arsenal fans like to they're very passionate about defending the football club. So if you want to sort of like bait a fan, you know what I mean? I'm going to think, right, which fan base can I rattle today? Yeah. I need to do a video on YouTube. Who can I piss off? I'm thinking Arsenal fans.
It's going to be an Arsenal fan.
It's going to be, and you guys should take that as a bit of a compliment, man, because like that's just the way you defend your football club. And there's a lot of Arsenal fans out there, so yeah, it's a two-way street.
I see it a little bit like this, like what LB said. All these people, because all these people say I'm not bothered about City. They go on about 115. They talk every time City are mentioned, they're trending, right? I care about City. I care about what City are doing, so I talk about them. If I didn't care, I wouldn't talk about them. People say they're not. When I say like scared of Arsenal, I still think to this day people misunderstand what I meant, and I think they do it deliberately. I don't mean literally grown men. Oh my God, we're playing Arsenal today. I can't breathe. I don't mean it in that way. They're scared of Arsenal becoming successful because of what it represents. And everyone sees it differently. You've got Liverpool who look at it. The only ones who are not, by the way, are Man City. And I've always said that. I don't think City fans really are. There was a time when I think there's a newspaper report come out that says Pep's going to ban any more sales to Arsenal. And I did a bit of a video going, Pep's scared of Arsenal. A bit of a joke. But Liverpool fans are worried that if Arteta wins the Premier League this year and then maybe retains it, he's got a bigger Premier League legacy than Klopp. Man United and Chelsea, look where we are right now. We are fearful that the team that was, no matter how bad things were 2 years plus ago, Arsenal were always the whipping boy. It didn't matter what happened, they were always the banter club. They could now leave us in that firing line. Spurs as an example. And then you've got other clubs. So I do think that where I talk about fearfulness or scared of them is, damn, if they actually achieve something and they look good enough like they could do it, where does that leave me and my team? Because we can't banter you as much anymore. And it's why a lot of people are, and you know this is true, because there are Man United, in my opinion, because there are Man United fans that would rather see Liverpool or City win the league and do a 4-peat or match our titles than go, I can't handle Arsenal fans celebrating.